I'll take the pen.
All right,
Where we leave off.
this is another option for you to do for your senior narrative. Now, I put two things up here to do, but when we were looking at a closer second period, the second option, that poem, is so similar to the poems that we've already been doing, we decided not to do that one, all right? If you still want to do it as an optional piece to throw into your senior narrative, that's fine, all right? But this one I kind of like, and there's two ways to do it. And let me tell you the one I would think is more beneficial to you. What you're going to do is you're going to be writing an interview. It's going to be a series of questions that someone would be asking you. So you're writing questions that someone's asking for you in an interview. You do a couple options here as far as the interview is concerned, all right? For instance, you can write it as if you want to do it this way, Nick plays hockey, right? So he's going to go online to ESPN, find an interview, a great interview with a hockey player, right? Cut, copy, and paste 12 questions. Maybe you'll have to go to 2 interviews. Great questions, and these questions are probably kind of similar. So what do you think about your stats? You know? And he's going to answer those questions as himself, talking about his hockey experience at Aurora. Like you were just interviewing you after a game or at the end of the season. Okay? That's one approach to it. All right, that's one approach to it. That's great. I mean, that would make some great piece, a great little snapshot. You can also do it this way, too. Let's say, all right, so one of the kids this morning, Jordan, he says he's thinking about being like a journalist, working in the media when he's older. So what he did was he Googled, or I Googled for him, show him, great interview questions for a journalist, or journalist interview questions, or like, Abby, what do you think about doing when you're older? Do you have it like a ballpark? No, I'm thinking about.
She wants to be an actress.
She must be just like you.
Well,
Don't tell her what she wants to do.
we don't want to set her up for,
Baker.
a what?
Baker.
You want to bake, all right? So maybe you go through and you find great interview questions. An employer might ask someone who's there. It's easy to find. You'd be surprised. Go ahead, Matthew. Go ahead.
What are you looking at?
Just yes. Just go.
Oh, I was gonna say journalist.
Okay. But I had another young man who wanted to be a physical therapist, so he said,
Yeah, okay.
I'm going to go, and he found questions that they typically ask at interviews for physical therapists. And then he just cut and copied those questions and answered them, as he might answer them on his own. Either way is fine. One way is a great snapshot of your life right now, and the other one is like something you might want to be in the future, and also get you looking at a couple of interview questions for possible careers, which never hurts.
Yeah, but
So that I put a due date for this
or
on
tomorrow.
Tuesday. This is due on Tuesday.
That's so next
All
Tuesday.
right. All right. So almost everyone finished this before they left today. So why don't we start working on it? And because you are going to have a short story to read for homework.
So just the interview?
Yeah, go find 12 questions. If you want to do it on something that interests you, like, yeah, go ahead.
Can we do the Richard Sherman after the MFC?
How many questions? 12? So 20.
Why stop at 12, man?
Why stop at all?
I mean, don't just fill it in for like junk. But
Well,
like,
no,
if
that's what I'm
it's a
saying.
really,
That's what I'm saying, these are real.
if it really shows a little snapshot of you and your life, then do it. Yeah.
Just do it.
Do you want to do the one where? Which one do you want to do about a future career? Okay, so what are you thinking about, Coach? What are you thinking about doing in the future? You wanna do, all right, you're thinking about teaching, okay. Now, go on the Googles, are you on the Googles? Okay. Put down, I would, you know what, look up something like this, look, possible, or no, most common interview questions for teaching. Something like that, and you're gonna come up with some stuff.
That's what we're gonna try to do that.
So are they supposed to be like interviewing this now to see what people are like doing? No, like,
Photocopy. Send the real one wherever he's going, and then
so I want to be a
take a
doctor.
photocopy.
Okay,
So
what
I wrote, so I found 12 common
I know, I got you down.
interview questions for doctors.
That's the job.
So your research on 12 common interview questions for Baker or whoever you're with. And then you're gonna copy and paste those questions and answer them.
Oh, so like we're already like in the
That's a city.
Trying to get it.
You can be state standards.
We just like stay with that. Sorry for someone.
So, because I can see already, there are two good questions that you could probably at least kind of ask now. But you might not know a lot about the state standards yet, because you haven't even taken an education class yet. You might know, I don't know. But just cut and copy and paste a few of those that you could possibly answer now, as best as you could, you know, discuss your, what's that say? Okay, so anyways, how would you handle a bad kid in class? How would you?
Hit him with a pad.
You send them outside and
I mean, that would be awesome, but I don't know, that might not be your job, but, you know, I mean, it's true. Listen, I'm not looking for accuracy either, like, I mean, you know, like, if he does something for architecture or something, I don't know, it sounds good, you know? But what it will do is it'll give you a little look as to what kind of questions people ask. So, look, Bella, now you know, like, listen, I gotta learn about the state standards when I'm in college. They'll probably change by the time they're almost done.
No, let me rephrase that, that's too broad. Say you're a doctor, say they say that they don't want you being a doctor, they want somebody else.
Well, you couldn't take it personally, you have to do like, you know, well, I could give you a list of people I can refer you to. No, no.
Let's say you were their doctor for a long time,
Okay, what do you think's gonna happen?
I tell
and
you
then
what,
all
I
of a sudden
had,
they wanted somebody else.
Is it working?
I had the same dentist for years. He was getting kind of old, and I noticed when he was doing my teeth, his hands were starting to shake. I'm like, it's time.
Switch it up.
It's time to move on. It's time to move on. And he was fine with it. I just told him, I said, it was all good.
Well, you just said you're gonna.
No, I know.
Chromebooks later.
Okay.
Just
That's
the
too much,
mad
that's
Chromebook.
messed up. It's really
Are you
bad.
gonna extend that?
Yeah, I do. I do, but I really want to. Just.
Structure
Would you, what job are you
You see it, you fix it.
No, just don't. Yeah, because you want to put this in your senior year. And I just like, well, what's-
That's really snatchy.
I like that creativity.
Okay. You hit it, and I hit it hard. Let me see it, let me fix it. No, for real. Yeah, you're gonna not fix it. Answer. Jesse. Come here. I just turned it off. Are you on? I'm just trying to log in. How is he? It's not on. I just put it on. What?
Lunch was sports, whatever.
No, man. Yeah. When I envisioned like having this desk here with a place where people can hang out.
Yeah,
People are doing what they're supposed to be doing.
You guys know how.
Not to have, someone like leaning over me, do your work. No, you can turn that into your senior narrative, what you show me, that's what I'm saying. But I want you to do something new for the point for this.
But like,
See what everyone's doing, I want you to do, see what everyone, except for,
like one of the questions should be
I want
like, why
you to
did
do
you
that.
choose this?
You said that would work. It would work for your senior narrative. But to get your 10 points for this, that's what I'm trying to do, I'm trying to get 10 points. There, well then you can't just copy that. I'm not just copying it. I mean, no, just find questions for what? That's what it literally is.
Phones already destroyed the board. I'm trying to fix it. Why is there this little bump? Why is there? Yeah, just tell them to do it. Yeah, I'm just gonna be like, hey, I'll just tell them. We're down the steps. Some douche took my kid. I don't even know who it was. He just kind of came over and touched
Came to
me.
my lunch table and smashed my phone.
How do you handle your?
Let's see if this works.
Entire statements. When your Chromebook caught on fire. It's cheese. Almost cheese. I'll only be the first one to break the news. Because it's just there. It's like a thing I can
Who here read the story, a report for an academy?
They did.
It was, alright, it was Kane and Abiel.
Hey, Mr. Payton.
Yeah.
I'm just letting you know, Will broke my Chromebook, so I'm looking up the things on my phone. Is that okay?
Yeah, thanks for telling me that.
I just want to let you know.
Take it away.
You should be in a group chat.
No group chat.
Hey, how'd you get that sticker up from your seat?
Let's see.
Is that Mark stickers?
His friend told me. I know you have to do it because I don't think it was I just told him. Mr. Pinto, can you help me run the show?
Wait, what's that?
You didn't put the game on this? I don't know. I'm really sure. That's something else, right? Answer this question.
Yeah. So you want to answer later?
And we subtract to the.
On the screen.
Basketball, can't do just put time. I don't know. I need to watch this.
like really, if you don't know more specifically about what you're thinking about doing, you can use those questions, because those are like really general. You can use them.
Just turn it in.
You can use them if you want.
Turn it in at history.
Yeah, turn them in. Yeah, turn them in right back where you got them from.
We have to ask 10 to 12 questions.
12.
Okay.
Well, it says it's 10 to 12. I'm just assuming you're going to want to do 12 anyway.
Wait, are we supposed to answer the questions or just the questions?
No, you got to answer the questions. Yeah, that's part of it. I mean,
One of the questions was who's winning the Euro?
yeah,
Last time you see.
that's paycheck. That's paycheck.